tell them that if they can't afford your price for your cake, why don't you go to Walmart?
Grocery stores have always sold cheaper cakes.
It's a cake. It's a cake.
Look at this.
I think if there's ever somebody to talk on this topic, it's gotta be me. I am a pro baker. I've actually baked a cake, believe it or not. Now, it was inedible, but it's still a very, very cute cake.
I can almost taste it.
I got my certification. If you are somebody that knows what these are, then you are at the perfect spot to have this conversation. Let's get into it.
Oh no.
So I decided to order the heart-shaped cake from TikTok. It was pretty good, actually. I've seen a lot of people talking about how nasty Walmart cakes is. It was good. I found my calendar off of Etsy for like $2. I printed it off at Walmart. They put it on the cake and highlighted my birthday, which was the 29th of January, Aquarius season. And guess what, y'all? It was only $24. It took her 2 hours to do it.
Now, this was not the video that broke the baker's back, but it sure was one of them. When bakers heard that Walmart was charging $25 or even $10 in some states for a freaking vintage heart-shaped cake, they went bonkers. Now, I know some of y'all may be like, as they should. Shush. No, they shouldn't. At least I don't think they should. The last time I checked, Walmart as well as other grocery stores were actually selling regular, schmegular cake. Yeah, so why are you hurt all of a sudden? Is it probably the shape of the cake? Yeah. Is it probably the price of the cake? Definitely. I could see why somebody would be upset. But pro tip, I don't think it's gonna be a good look if you crash out because of Walmart. I'm just saying. One baker sure did. Remember I always talk about digital footprint? Even if you try to private your account, delete that video, anything, there will be that one person that has it.
Create this cake with me while we discuss the Walmart vintage hard cake drama and why it really upsets and affects me as a home baker and business owner. So Walmart recently...
I'm sorry. If you are shaken to your core because of Walmart selling cake, then you're not a good baker in my books. Just saying, you should probably start diversifying your freaking cake decorating skills and not focus on just what's trending.
I started selling vintage hard cakes for only $5 to $20. It's extremely cheap for one of these cakes. The reason why I'm mad is not what you think. Don't care if Walmart's gonna undersell me for a vintage hard cake. You know what? Times are tough right now, and if you want that cute look for your birthday photo, then I am so glad that Walmart has a cheaper option. But what is actually grinding my gears here are the people in the comments under videos advertising the cake, complaining about what home bakers are charging for vintage hard cakes. I just find that highly disrespectful to everybody who puts so much time and effort into their cake, especially when having a birthday cake is a luxury. It is not a need.
I think something that's a newsflash buddy moment for some people is that people will talk and people will recommend cheaper options for people that can't afford the expensive options. Now, to crap on you guys and stuff, it's gonna happen. I'm sorry, it's happened to me. It's gonna happen to everybody else. You're not new to this game, sweetie, okay? We're true to it, so we know what we're talking about. I can't even take myself seriously. But you guys know what I mean. And also she says cake is a luxury. A lot of people were crapping on her, talking about, how dare you say it's a luxury. It's probably her all in her feelings and not really thinking straight. I'm gonna give her some grace, a little bit, a smidge. Her saying cakes are luxury is her saying getting a cake done by a professional baker, myself, is a luxury. It is not a need. And if you can afford it, then that is it. That's my understanding on what she meant by having a cake is a luxury, because I truly think that every kid, if they want a freaking cake for their birthday, they're gonna get a cake for their birthday, or they should get a cake for their birthday.
You do not get to tell these people how they're going to price their items when they know their worth. Let me just explain to you why home bakers charge so much money for hard cakes. The biggest reason are ingredients. Walmart, you are not going to get real.
It's the overhead, it's the prices, the ingredients, the same freaking ingredients. Some home bakers actually get where? Walmart. I know. It's not me. I don't get mine at Walmart. I get mine at the Walmart warehouse. There's a difference. Okay? There has been talks around the TikTok neighborhood that some bakers even just get the box mixes and call it a day. Some bakers go so cheap that their profit is skyscraping, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But I feel like if you're trying to serve great customer service and you're going to always have those clients for you, then you need to start getting them from the top shelf and not the bottom shelf. And also, can we not crap on, I lost a nail. Can we not crap on Walmart freaking bakers? Like they're not actual bakers. There are some professional bakers, home bakers now, or even bakers that have their own building that started at Walmart.
What?
It's an actual job where they get paid good, decent money, okay? Because right now she's acting like it's the cart people that are going back there and baking y'all cake. It's not. It's not. It's actual bakers. And judging by your tone and just how you talk, I would not want to buy cake from you. I mean, I can make my own freaking cake. So maybe just in this situation, you know, because stores have always sold cake. Every store that I know, grocery store, has cake.
Buttercream cake. Getting something made with shortening, artificial flavoring, and ingredients. These cakes were shipped to them from some warehouse. Basically just slapped together. Coming from a home baker, though, getting a handmade cake start from finish. Some people use box cakes, but for me, I make everything from scratch. Right off the bat,
It's giving high school and I don't like it. It's giving teenager and I don't like it. It's giving, stop. Just stop before I crash out. Stop. Everybody uses box mix, but not me. I'm a shut up. I'm sorry. Shut up. Shh, zip it. Zip.
I make everything from scratch. Right off the bat,
Ooh, I just want, you know, I try to find her on TikTok and maybe I didn't do much research, but I think she deleted her account.
quality of ingredients are going to be drastically different. Also, do you know how expensive butter is? It's about 8 sticks of butter to bake a cake start to finish. And with everything else combined, that's at least $30 worth of ingredients, not including the labor. Secondly, Walmart is a huge company that can buy stuff in bulk, which will naturally make their cost to produce goods a lot cheaper, so they can charge less money. But on the other hand, they're probably underpaying their employees at the same time. There was a talented baker behind every cake made at Walmart. They are probably getting paid minimum wage when they could start their own home bakery and make a lot.
It literally takes 2 seconds to find out how much Walmart pays their bakers in your state. Look it up. It's not minimum wage. It's not.
Lastly, you're also paying for the skill level from the home baker. If your Walmart even makes vintage heart cakes, they're going to be as attentive to detail as a custom cake artist. So if you order from a small business or order from Walmart, that's none of my business, and I really don't care. But please don't undervalue these people.
You do care though, because that's why you're making this video. You need to change your tone. You need to, and I'm 110% sure I would never be your client. It's giving you are a cheap baker. I'm sorry, somebody had to say it, and it's gonna be me. At the same time though, if you are somebody that cannot afford a $200 vintage heart cake from a professional home baker, then just go to Walmart. Honestly, like, granted, there are people under a comment section saying, oh my gosh, 150 or two, whatever the freaking price is for her, and going crazy. Y'all have no, actually, y'all do have room, because freedom of speech. I have to correct myself. Freedom of speech. Everybody has an opinion. Not everybody's gonna like you. You are not money, nor are you Nutella. So people are gonna go under your comment section and they're gonna be brutal. As brutal as they can be. And you just have to have tough skin, unfortunately. Especially if you are running a business. Keep to your prices. If that is the experience you have, the skill you have, you do not have to crap on other people to make yourself look good. And that is with anything. I'm crashing out. Just zonzo it. Zonzo it. And just as I said, people have their opinions. Let's watch what people have to say.
Didn't y'all tell them that if they can't afford your price for your cake, why don't you go to Walmart? Say, hey, I'm not changing my prices. My price is my price. And if you don't like my price, then you can go to Walmart and get a cake.
And that's fine. Your price is your price, and that stays. The types of client that you want will come to you. But the other ones that were not going to buy your cake to begin with, we're never going to come to you, and those are the people that you are addressing. That is why I said zip it and keep running your business how you want to run it. If anything, you should have promoted your vintage cakes more without trying to bash people, because you can bash the company and people won't care. But if you're bashing the people that are making the cake, you're doing something wrong.
Didn't y'all say that? So why is it that now people are going to Walmart to get a cake? Now you talk about your business is bad and you ain't making no money, and you don't understand why people are going to Walmart to get a heart cake when you literally told them, I don't care if my heart cake costs $300 and it only feeds 20 people. Pay my price or go to Walmart.
And to Walmart they went. Yep, to Walmart they went. As well as any other store. My favorite cake place is Tom Thumb. But I can't have cake no more, nor can I have any gluten. If you know me personally, you know how much I love bread.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
It's a tough season. It's a tough season for me right now.
Here's my 2 cents no one asked for. Grocery stores have always sold cheaper cakes than an independent bakery or a home baker has sold them for. So why are we so upset over the $25 heart cake? I'm really confused. Like, I've heard the arguments, and I'm sorry, it just doesn't make any sense because I'm a home baker. I'm not upset that Walmart is selling a $25 cake. All their cakes are cheaper than my cakes. Like, what? Like, seriously. Oh my gosh, I find this so funny because what is going on? This world is a hot mess, and we're arguing over $25 cakes now.
And you're absolutely right. There is so much more important things that are going on in this world right now that I would be here forever if I would start naming them. But this is what we're talking about. The world keeps spinning, and vintage cakes keep flying off the shelves of Walmart.
So I never do talking videos, but I literally needed to talk about the Walmart versus home bakers cake drama. The best analogy I can think of is if Louis Vuitton got upset that Shein started making purses. One is luxury, one isn't, but not everyone can afford luxury all the time. So why would you be upset about an affordable option? And I don't know, maybe I was thinking I understand it more too because I'm a single mother. So
I will say with anything else, say, okay, a vintage heart cake, everybody, okay, not everybody, but you know what I mean? Like every baker can probably make a freaking vintage heart shaped cake. Let's say nobody has ever heard of a cart. And now you create a cart. And before you even start selling, there's a freaking person who's selling it for cheaper. Then that's hurting you, obviously. You know what I mean? But if you're it's a cake. It's a cake. It's not new. Nothing is new under the sun, obviously, but in this cake, in this, no pun intended, in this case, not cake. Gosh, I want cake. Big bag, big bag. It's different. It's just different.
You need to go the affordable route sometimes. Like, it makes sense. And I honestly, as soon as I kept seeing the TikToks, could not understand how people were so upset about this. Then, from a customer standpoint, I know you guys have seen some of the Walmart ones that look horrible. Like, let's be honest. But some look like dimes. I worked at a Safeway grocery store bakery. I've always wanted to be a baker. You're going to get girls there like me who have dreamed of being a baker, and they're coming in and they love what they do. But you're also going to get people clocking in for a shift and not caring how it looks. So, you know, and it's the same when you order from Shein. It can be a 10 or it can be a 1. Like, you just don't know. But it's $25, so you take the gamble. I just think there's affordable options for everything you buy in life. Why would a cake be different?
Yeah, moral of this argument, it's a stupid argument. And I remember when I told you guys that if you are a baker or even a cook, if that's what it's even called, decorator, I don't freaking know. You guys don't understand once I start yapping. There's a strawberry, chocolate covered strawberry specialist that is pretty much doing the same freaking thing. People are going in on her for the price that she's charging for chocolate covered strawberries, and she claps back.
I'm a treat maker, and this is how I make the perfect chocolate covered strawberries. I first go through and sort the ones that I want to use by size, and then I go ahead and prep the berries. I do a double wash, so first I rinse them with vinegar, and then I put some baking soda on them, let it sit for a few minutes, and then I rinse it off. I let the strawberries kind of like air dry while I am preparing the chocolate in my workspace, and then I go through and I dry them with a paper towel to ensure that they are super dry. You're going to want to make sure that your chocolate consistency is very smooth and liquidy so that you get a really nice dip. I do cover all of this in detail in my ebook linked in my bio. So then you're going to want to dip them, and you're going to want to make sure that you go up and down to get the bubbles out. I like to scrape the back of mine, and there's many reasons why I do that. And actually yesterday people were eating them and they said they were the best chocolate covered strawberries they ever had. Look at how beautiful they come out every time.
That was just to give you guys a better understanding of the type of specialist we're talking about. So let's get into the video that started all of this mess.
How much do I make as a stay-at-home mom treat maker? Let's find out. My base price for chocolate covered strawberries is $50 a dozen. That includes 2 colors, so the base color and then like an extra color, sprinkles, and like if it's just one little mold, it will also include that. So this order was $50 for the dozen. It took me about 45 minutes from start to finish and cleanup. Since I'm a stay-at-home mom, I don't get to work a full 8 hours a day, so things have to be worth my while, and I do have to make up for that income that I am not getting. Chocolate covered strawberries is not a requirement somebody has to buy, so if they are comfortable with this price, they pay that. So complaining about my price in the comments just is irrelevant because you get this or you don't. For strawberries, I spent $3, which I was able to just use 1 carton. For extras, it's coming in at about $1. So with all that, cost was approximately $10, making my profit $40 for 45 minutes, as that is what it took for this. Would you do this as a side hustle?
No, I wouldn't. But thank you for asking. Clapping back to the comments can either make or break your business. And the clients that you had before, I keep saying clients, just go with it, okay? The clients that you're having, the loyal clients that you've been getting, will probably side-eye you depending on how you react to certain things, I'm thinking this is her personal account because it has her name, and she has her bakery account, which I'm hoping she has separate accounts for those two, because you're dibbling and dabbling and you may end up clapping yourself on the back to go to sleep and cry when you lose clients because they don't want to mess with somebody that talks like this. It's a whole thing, but let's get into more of her videos.
Whenever I post about how much I charge for my chocolate covered strawberries, it causes quite the stir. Like, are you guys genuinely okay? It's not that serious. It's chocolate covered strawberries. So strawberries are actually not something that anybody needs to buy. No dessert is something people need to buy. It's not an essential item. It's not something that you have to have. You can also make it yourself. There's a lot of options that you can do to not buy chocolate covered strawberries. And you commenting that you don't like my price or that it's too expensive is not going to change what I charge. My pricing is determined by many factors, and one of those factors being what everybody else in my area is charging. I live in South Florida, and this is the average price of what people charge. And of course, you're going to have random people that will charge half of what everybody else charges, but that's just not what I want to do. I don't have time to do that, and it's just not what I'm going to do. So please enjoy all my strawberry videos. Here's a comparison of $14 a dozen strawberries and $50 a dozen strawberries. I picked these up at Publix the same day that I made the strawberry I'm going to show you. Please look at how much this strawberry is sweating.
Okay. It's giving high school again. Why are you still here? Look at this and look at what I did. This was in a day, and this was mine in a day. Which one would you choose? If you're talking about the sell by date, then this does not work. This what you're trying to do is not gonna cut it. Put yours out how they put theirs out, and then come back and show us how yours look. I don't know, it just comes across as high schooly, and I just don't like it.
And how much it's leaking, and it's like a brown liquid, so gross. It's not covered all the way. These just aren't comparable, and when people say that they are, just
I'm done. Seriously though, put yours out like how they do and see if it won't start leaking. Your comparison sucks, and I don't like how you're handling this situation.
Really makes me angry. Now, these strawberries were made on the same exact day. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of liquid in the wrapper, and that is okay. It's normal. But this one, the strawberry has obviously gone bad. As you can see, the water is brownish. I'm still trying it for science, and I am not happy to be doing that. And look at that bite. The chocolate completely fell off.
Oh, it's almost like it was out. And look, oh my days. Ma'am, get out the class. You need Pro Bakery 101 tips, because what you're doing is not gonna cut it. It's not gonna make new rando people come to your website and say, oh my god, I want to buy from you. And if you are simp for her. I'm sorry, I'm not simping for her. She's just acting like a freaking a-hole. Big bag. You know what? I'm gonna simmer down, because when I do think of American ads, and yes, American ads, I've seen companies crap on other companies. Exactly how she does it. It's just not done in a professional way, but they do the very same thing. It just looks tacky when it's coming from a small home baker. I'm sorry, I have to say it. It just looks tacky. Shut your mouth and keep doing what you do best.
Chocolate covered strawberries should not do that. And there's nothing wrong with buying grocery store chocolate covered strawberries, but please do not compare them to my strawberries or any other treat maker for that matter, because there is a very big difference. That's why the price tag is higher for custom ones.
Your strawberry was just as freaking watery. And I bet you if you put it out how they do at the grocery store, it's going to be the same thing. Once you took that bite, I can tell in a few hours that chocolate will separate from the strawberry. Unless you freaking dehydrate the strawberry, there's no way it's not gonna get as wet as the other one did.
My opinion on the cake drama and now strawberry drama, it appears, is that it just doesn't matter from both sides. I think that there's a market for what everybody's doing. So there's obviously going to be a market for cheaper strawberries and cakes like at Publix or Walmart, and that is awesome. I think that's great that there is a cheaper option. And there's also going to be a more expensive option. I personally have never seen any videos, at least on my For You page or videos that I've made, of people making fun of people for purchasing something that's cheaper because they can't buy the more expensive one or they don't want to buy the more expensive one. But what I have come across is people mocking people that want to spend more money on something or that want to order something custom or that are happy paying the prices. Like, that's always talked about, but it's never the other way around. So I genuinely don't understand why one way is like able to be done and the other way is not.
I mean, that may be your experience, but I've seen people crapping on both ends. Something needs to be studied where women tell story times and do their makeup at the same time, or like eat and say story times. Y'all have seen it in my videos. It's very interesting. Anyway,
I think it's great that there are options for people, but why are you mad that there's also options for people that want to spend more money? Something I do want to address, and it is so frustrating because I know everybody that's commenting on those videos is not going to watch this video. And I wish they would but even if they did, like, they just wouldn't get it and they just wouldn't want to hear it. This page is not my business page.
Ew. I was so worried, girl. I was so worried. They're probably gonna find your business page. But I'm glad you separated the two, but still, just,
promote my business here. I don't even tell you the name of my business on Instagram. Like, this is my personal page, and this is the page that I use to show others how to make treats. So,
it wouldn't be that hard to find your business page, but even if I do find it, when I do find it, I'm probably not going to share it just because if you're not sharing it, it's not that deep.
That's why you see a range of chocolates being talked about and used on my page. So just because I use almond bark,
that's not real chocolate. I mean, it is a form of chocolate, but it's not real chocolate.
That I use that for my orders. I actually use Stover Sweet Shop. But I do at times show myself using almond bark so that people that can't buy Stovers because it is more expensive can buy almond bark.
Oh, so you show almond bark because there are people that can't afford the expensive brand. It's almost as if you catching on? Okay.
And do the same method and do everything the same. Now, I do, if I'm in a pinch, I will use almond bark if I am out of my Stovers because that gets shipped to me. And sometimes I have more orders than I anticipated and I have to use another alternative. And I don't think there's anything wrong with the almond bark versus the Michaels versus the Stovers. Yes, the Stovers is a nicer quality. It's comparable to Ghirardelli, but it isn't accessible to everyone. And this is not my business page. I've never once in any of my posts told you to order chocolate covered sweets from me. I did at one point sell chocolate chip cookies and
Okay. We get the idea, girl. We get it. We get it.
Let's go shopping for a busy week as a treat maker. You know the drill. Stop number one is obviously Target. I don't need strawberries today because I'll get them closer to the weekend for when I actually need them, but they are looking really good. Like, this pack is beautiful. So I want to try the Ghirardelli candy melts because everybody's been telling me about them, but they don't have any on the floor, but they're showing 24 in stock. So they went to go check it out for me. They do not have any in stock. So I'm going to have to go to another Target, but I'm still going to get like some of the stuff I need. Oreo Thins, 2 for $8.
What's the oil for? Is it to thin out the chocolate? Because that's nasty. I hate vegetable oil. I hate canola oil. If it's not avocado or extra virgin olive oil, stay away from me. So the pot has been stirred. If you guys enjoyed this video, I'll see you guys next time. Toodles. Who says toodles?